Gonna keep that bike rubber side down.
Right, ladies and gents, welcome to Chester. I've come up here to visit my mate Matt. He needed a hand putting the shed up, so I jumped on my little KTM 390 and travelled all the way up here, and we did just that. One of the conditions of me coming up was that I got to spend a few nights up here, and we went and explored the various eateries around the place, had some fantastic foods, and I also managed to get myself a couple of castle visits in, popped over to Wales to do so. But Chester's an absolutely fantastic little city, and it's just dripping with history of its own. So I'm just going to do a little run round on my way home before I scoot off away from this town and head my way home. There is quite a few English heritage places around here, but I didn't really fancy going to see any of them on such a long trip. I wanted to go and see something a little bit more impressive, so that's what I did. I popped over to Wales and visited Conway Castle and also Rhuddlan Castle as well, which was absolutely awesome. Those videos are to follow. What's fantastic about Chester is all this wonderful architecture. It's an absolutely stunningly beautiful place. Chester's a walled city, which is pretty damn cool, and a lot of the wall remains. I don't know if all of it remains, but a lot of it remains. And that's it, that's the wall. We've also got a little Roman amphitheatre there, which is quite fantastic. I don't think there's very much of the Roman part of it left, but yes, historic stuff there, that's kind of cool. And I'm not showing you around here to show you every single aspect of Chester, and I certainly don't know enough about its history to be able to do so with any skill level. So we're just taking a little bimble round. So Chester's been a massively influential city since the Romans, and it's just absolutely steeped in history. So you've got a few different churches here. I'm not sure which one's a cathedral. I'm guessing that's possibly it. I don't know. But yes, lots of awesome stuff, and definitely worth exploring more of. I know I've not really shown you much, and we're now heading back the opposite way, past the amphitheatre here and the gates of the city. You can just about see a little bit of the old wall there on the amphitheatre. Awesome stuff. I seem to have a mouthful of fluff. I'm not sure whether it's cat fur, dog fur or microphone fur. It took me about 4 hours to come up here, and I came along the motorway pretty much all the way, which was pretty painful and boring on a little 390cc bike. Took it all in its stride though, didn't struggle at all. But I'm going to try and reduce the motorway journeyage by going back a slightly different way. So that's Chester Castle. We didn't visit that. Maybe that's one I'll do on a future visit. I don't actually know how impressive it is. It looks quite cool from the outside, but I'm definitely glad I went to Conway Castle and the other one, Rhuddlan. So just hitting Wrexham now, which is in Wales, so everything's foreign. I'm now in foreign country. So this is Wales, everybody. Who says it rains? It does rain a lot. Welcome to Wrexham. I do feel welcome. So Chester is an awesome place, go have a look. Wales is pretty awesome too. I really enjoyed my ride around there yesterday. Found some lovely roads to go and explore on my way to those castles. And now just heading off in a random direction. Okay, it's a sat nav in dictated random direction, but I have no idea the route that follows, but it's so much fun just exploring all this stuff. So this little bike is only 370 odd cc's, and the trip up to Chester on it was pretty much all motorway. Like I said, it was about 240 miles in total. Now I did stop at about the 160 mile point so I could get some more fuels, and other than a little bit of a sore backside, it was absolutely fine. As long as you go along at motorway speed, 70 mile an hour or less, and flow with the traffic, this thing is absolutely no bother at all. And it's still got a little turn of speed if you need to. If you're stuck in some awkward traffic, you just want to get through it, you can just like blat open the throttle, get past that little bit, should it be interfering with your nice pleasant journey along the motorway. Motorway riding is never ever an enjoyable experience, I don't find, but it can be a painless one. And pretty much on this bike it was fine. And putting the standard exhaust pipe back on, like I've still got the decat, but putting the standard exhaust pipe back on meant that I was able to do it with too much noise interference being offensive on my eardrums over such a time frame. Now I do like noisy exhaust pipes, but on motorways I'd much rather keep the noise down a little bit. Yeah, so the motorway part of this journey was just, it was a bit meh, but it did it no problem at all. And that's pretty much halfway up the country, and I would have been happy to carry on all the way up to Scotland on this little 370cc 390 motorcycle. That's a weird set of numbers and words I've just used there, but yes, this bike here will tour. You can take this across the country, up the country, down the country. It's not a problem. I mean, it's not the most ideal bike for it. I'd certainly rather do it on something with a bit more cc, but those of you with A2 license that want to go and see the country, see what's to explore, see what's to see, you can do it on one of these, absolutely no bother at all. And why wouldn't you? The only thing stopping you is yourself. Now I know I'm quite lucky to have some pretty Gucci biking gear, which meant that on the way up here, had it been colder than it was, I would have been absolutely fine, and had it been wetter than it was, I'd have been absolutely fine. But you can get some pretty cheap textile stuff that will certainly do you for a good couple of seasons. I mean, this stuff is Rukka, but I've had this over 5 years now, and it still does me fine. As far as luggage goes, you don't need, what luggage do you need? What do you actually really need when you go and ride a motorcycle up the country? Need a toothbrush? Got one of them. Need a comb? Got one of them. Pair of pants? Got a spare pair of them. And some socks, and a t-shirt, and I bought a pair of jeans with me, and a jacket, and I shoved them all in a rucksack, and I'm good to go. Now, if I was camping, then it'd be a little bit different, but then you just sellotape a tent to the back of your bike or something, don't you? It's all doable. You don't need any specialist equipment to do a short tour up to the length of the country. But if you've got a few days that you can kill, why not do that? Jump on your bike. If you live up north, head south. If you live on the west, head east. There's just so much in this country that you can go and have a look at, that you can go and explore. We're really, very truly blessed, if that is such a thing. We're in Shropshire. It's so easy when you're riding your bike just to do the same routes over and over again, and you can kind of stagnate a bit doing that. You kind of go, oh, I've been to Box Hill, or I've been to Berry Hill, been to Loomies. And it's nice to go and do a familiar thing that you can have as your little route to your favourite cafe or what have you. But it's also great to mix it up a bit. Now I highly recommend getting your backside over to Cornwall if you've not done so on a motorbike. The roads down there are absolutely stunning. I'm having a serious bug infestation on my visor. I do hope you can see out the camera still. And Scotland is something that you should absolutely have on your bucket list too. Absolutely stunning roads up there, with fantastic lochs and mountains and lakes and rivers and seas and stuff. Just awesome, absolutely awesome. But yeah, I kind of went off on a rant and a random direction there of telling you all to go touring and stuff. You don't have to. Do what you fucking like, I don't care. But the point I was trying to get across is that it's just so easy to go out and just jump on your bike and go somewhere. So just don't Don't let yourself stagnate. And if you've got some friends who've moved away, jump on a bike, go see them. And just by jumping on your bike and heading in a random direction, you come across stuff like this. How beautiful is that? It's absolutely awesome. Awesome! Everything is awesome! Oof! Don't know whether that was a bug or a stone, but that made a big old bang. Guessing that's Shrewsbury Castle, because we're in Shrewsbury and that's a castle. All the castles. That's quite impressive. This is turning into quite an awesome adventure. Sorry about the giant bug on the camera lens. Yeah, it's a giant bug on the camera lens. Not much I can do about it at the moment. I'll maybe try and clean it off in a bit. Awesome buildings. "2:10. Who would have thunked it?" I love how I just took for granted that clock would be right and it was 2:10. Didn't even use my brain to work out actually how feasible that would be for the amount of riding I've just done. It's actually only 11 o'clock in the morning. I think now I've done pretty much all the navigating I can do without having to touch motorways. But look at these fantastic buildings. Awesome stuff. Nice little bit of water and a bridge, awesome stuff. And a churchy thing. Lovely jubbly. So that's the Abbey. Awesome. I wish I had all the time in the world, you know. All the time in the world and all the money. Because I would just get on the bike, ride from this place to this place to this place to this place and explore all these wonderful, wonderful old buildings, castles, abbeys and all that sort of stuff. We've just got so bloody much of it, you know. So bloody much. Look at that, a tower. Had I not come here, I'd not know that there was a tower there. Don't know who it is. Lord Hill Hotel. Quite possibly that's Lord Hill, whoever he is. Oh, and we're crossing the River Severn. Awesome. Lovely job. Apparently a tidal wave goes up the River Severn and you can surf it. Happens quite regularly. Or doesn't, but it does happen. It is a real thing. Right, well, we've got twisty roads and they're still enjoyable and worth watching on camera. I just want to say I hope you enjoyed my little brief tour of Chester and my little reminder that anywhere in this country is accessible on pretty much any motorcycle you ride. Obviously the little 125, it's going to take you a lot longer to get somewhere than on a 1200, but it's not impossible. Anyway, so if you like this video, if you like that sort of thing, do check out my others and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That way you'll be informed of any other videos I've got coming up. If you did like this video, please give it a little thumbs up, or if you didn't, give it a little thumbs down. It's all cool. But whatever you do, please drop in a comment and let me know what it was you liked and what it was you didn't. I can't fix what you don't tell me is broken, and I can't continue to do the things that you tell me are good if I don't know that you think they're good. You take care, I'll ride safe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Keep that rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bike rubber side down.